Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly beady broadcast to make sure that every beader all around the world has company. Today we are going to bead the first new No One Has to Bead Alone motif from the Coral Garden Beading School Academy theme box, inspired by the beautiful underwater world and all its colors, and inviting you to dare to jump, submerge, and discover all those beauties and the wonderful world laying and waiting for you below the surface. Please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me well. Monica and Lita and are reading my mind, and already the answer came. I'm super happy that you can hear me and see me. I also see Honey again, Marie Cecile, Robin, Kim. Kim says, crying for cradle beads right now, waiting patiently for them. Dear Kim, I'm always teasing and always saying, like, soon they will come and I will be so good today. Tuesday, okay, I promise. And Lita says, it really looks like a sea creature, like an anemone. Totally. This was actually the very first design that I saw from the box, including me and all the designers who were working with the boxes. And I told Zuzi, like, this is it. This is what I wanted to see. You brought it to life. And Kim says, Erika, that looks like a very special necklace you are wearing. It looks like it has a story. Thank you, Kim. And I made it years ago while still living in Prague. And I'm thinking about the name. It's a beaded bead. And it's in the bead shop, and I don't remember how it's called, and I'm so sorry. So if someone would look through the beaded beads now, you will find there, and if you can post the name of the design, I would be super grateful. But and today actually I'm going to a very special dinner because my sister is visiting, and we are going to an Indian restaurant together. And so I'm like dressed up, and after the video I'm rushing there, so I had to find quickly something that matches my red dress. But anyway, let's see Zuzi's beautiful design that we are going to bead today. You can already download the tutorial from the usual place, noonehastobedalone.com, or you can navigate to beadingschool.com and then find No One Has to Bead Alone in the main menu. You can scan the QR from the screen, and I have also posted the link to the comment fields. And let's see what Zuzi says about this design. It's called Blooming Reef. And she says, okay, I'm not sure if Blooming Reef or Reef Bloom. I think it's Reef Bloom in the end. So Zuzi says, Reef Bloom celebrates the magical diversity of the underwater world, where every coral branch, tiny creature, and drifting current brings a new combination of color and shape. Soft ocean blues, glowing pinks, sunny coral tones, and shimmering crystals come together like a miniature coral garden in full bloom. Let's decorate another 7mm Chaton Rose bezel using the playful Gekko beads. What I absolutely love about this is that Zuzi managed to make the Gekko beads stand really sturdy. She even incorporated 2 layers of the Gekko beads. So I'm very, very enthusiastic to show it to you how we bead this. And in the meantime, Ariana says, hello everyone. Got my new academy box just in time. Got the Chaton Roses in challenging neon pink. I'm looking forward to see how it works with the other colors. Dear Ariana, I'm going to switch to my hand camera right away. And you know, I knew that the neon colors are challenging. However, I really wanted to incorporate them in this theme box because many of the creatures underwater have actually a neon color, especially when you are diving in the night. Then many times you see eyes glowing or parts of the fishes. So I felt it very fitting. However, I do acknowledge that it is challenging to work with neon colors. It was up until this moment, I did not feel it at all that I want to work with neon colors, but I just needed the right moment. And since we are alternating between 3 neon colors of the Chaton Roses in the box and ZUZI beaded with the purple, then I deliberately chose the pink to show you how it works. So let's see. I would like to show you how my looks like, and maybe you will also feel inspired by it. So this is my REEF Bloom, and I turned it into a statement earring. I find it very whimsical and very fun to wear, while it's somewhat classic when you look at it from the distance. Then when you go close, when you observe the details from a closer proximity, then you see that it's very, in a way, absurd, if that can be a word for an earring. So it's an absurd earring. And I joined a historic filigree, a big cubic zirconia ear stud, the MOTIF, and then the jellyfish at the bottom. And indeed, I used the pink neon Chaton Rose. And what I did, that I swapped the colors. I have the metallic copper kind of where ZUZI had yellow, and I have yellow at the other places. So I will bead the second one exactly like I am showing it to you now. Loretta is also here. Oh, and she says that today she just received a big box from us with extras and signature box and so on. And Lita says, it is wonderfully absurd. Nothing should go together, but it all works delightfully. Right, that was my feeling, that in theory this should not work, even the shape, but it does. So I can't wait to wear this pair of earrings for sunny summer picnics. But let's get started. Let's see what you need for today's earring. Everything is waiting for you in the newest Beadingschool Academy theme box, the Coral Garden. We ship worldwide in a matter of a few days. You have it with secure shipping, with a track and trace number, no matter where you live in the world. And also everything is available in the Beadingschool bead shop in many different colors. If you like this tutorial, if you like to bead with me, I kindly ask you, please place your next sparkly bead order at beadingschool.com. Thank you so much. So what will you need for one motif? And if you want to bead earrings, then please double the amounts. If you want to bead a bracelet from 5 motifs that is possible, then multiplies the amounts by 5, and so on. So in the middle of every motif, you have a 7mm Preciosa Chaton Rose. But whenever we have one in the box, I know that Zuzi will want to work with it. She's just in love with Chaton Roses. And so am I, because those are one of the very few components from Preciosa that come in the biggest possible array of colors and their AB variations. So it's absolutely a luxurious color to work with because you can have it in all the extras too. Then you need also 16 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads. I worked, and also Zuzi worked, with 2 colors, so 12 from color A and 4 from color B. You also need 4 pieces of true to fire polished round beads, 4 pieces of 4mm Preciosa bicon beads, 8 pieces of 3mm Preciosa bicon beads, 8 pieces of 3mm round glass beads, 12 Gekko beads, and then a tiny amount of 𝐂𝐿𝐿 in size 11 and 2 colors of 𝐂𝐿 size 15 seed beads. Lovely ladies, do you have any questions about the material or about the downloading the tutorial? Vicky is waiting for the same boxes as Loretta. And I wanted to say, ladies, I still owe you a tutorial for the birthday week, the Felix. And I apologize, I am a bit late. We had some issues, all of us, the creative team, with Adobe Illustrator, the graphic design program that we are using for drawing tutorials. So I planned to make the tutorial during the weekend. I designated time for it to work on Saturday and Sunday. However, the program kept crashing and kicking me out, and I couldn't get back in. So unfortunately, I was not yet able to finish it. So I apologize, and I would like to ask for a little bit of patience still. But if you don't have questions, then I would like to invite you to start beading right away after a little refresher of the I am back. Please let me know if you can hear me and if you can see my earring. And then let's get started. We will also need a tulip beading needle. For a change, I'm using size 10 because that's what I have. My size 11s are all broken and bended. And we also need some fire line, a meter, that's about 39 inches, in the size 0.12mm or 4 lb. So I don't see any questions popping in about the material list. Bernadette says that she can see me and hear me. So let's get started. Thank you also, Ariana, for letting me know. So in the first step, we will pick up 4 pieces of 𝐂𝐿𝐿 size 11s and 4 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads in the first color. We are going to alternate between the 2 types of beads. They are on the back side of the motif of the motif, they are holding the Chaton Rose, which is a flat back crystal, in place. So when you have the 4 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads and 𝐂𝐿𝐊 on your needle, then bead through all of them one more time. And then repeat the thread path only through the fire polished beads, so they get closer to each other and the 𝐂𝐿𝐊 get pushed out from the square, and well, the shape becomes more of a square with the delicas on the corners. And once you have beaded all around, then also bead through the very first 𝐂𝐿𝐊, then the next fire polished, and you want to finish this step by exiting the second 𝐂𝐿𝐊 that you have added. So what's very important, that the fire polished beads also need to be joined together, and the delicate beads need to be pushed out of the square a tiny bit. In the next step, we are already creating kind of the top of the bezel. I am working now with the copper beads. It's up to you which colors you choose. So I pick up 2 pieces of size 15 𝐂𝐿𝐊 seed beads, 1 𝐂𝐿𝐊, a true 2, another delica, and 2 more size 15s. Then I bead through the next delica bead towards me, towards the previous exit point. I pull my thread, and then I bead back only through the very last size 15 that I have added. Judith says that the tutorial is gone. I don't exactly understand. Don't you see it on the screen anymore, Judith? And now I'm going to create similar structures, 3 more structures all around, while Linda also says that the tutorial hit itself. Can you see it now? I do see it, so hopefully it works now. Please let me know. Indeed, Kata is also saying that the tutorial is not visible. If it's not visible, I will do a restart of my computer. Please let me know now. If you see it, no. Okay, I need to restart my computer. I will be back. Okay, I think you can see my face, and let's see if I can make the hand camera work again. Please let me know, what do you see now? Hello ladies, please let me know what can you see and what can you... Okay, Erika says that she can see me. What can you, that she can hear me. What can you see, ladies? What is on the screen at the moment? Okay, Linda, you said, okay. You don't see the tutorial. Let me remove it, and then I try to edit again. Half blank and half hand camera, Linda says. What can you see now? I edit the tutorial again. Sabine says my hand camera. Beads, says Connie. Only my hand camera still. Then I'm going to walk you through the steps. Ladies, please download the tutorial. I can't make it work for some reason. I restarted my computer and I don't have a clue what to do now. I need to check in with the customer support, but yeah, I really apologize for that. So I will walk you through the tutorial without the illustrations, but you can download the tutorial from beadingschool.com/no-one-has-to-bead-alone/. So if you see my hand camera, you see that okay, Gemma says I can see steps 1 and 2, but not the tutorial. Yes, Erika says, let's do you this time. I also need to see the tutorial, so I need to figure it out somehow. How I see the tutorial and still go full screen. Okay. Because I do not know it like by heart, of course. Let me open the tutorial for me. Okay, I have one more idea what I can do. I'm trying to show the tutorial in a different way. Thank you for your patience, ladies. While I'm figuring this out, Can you see it now? Please let me know, because I'm not trying in a different way. So maybe it does work now. And thanks, Connie. So, ladies, do you see the tutorial now? I'm trying to show it in a different way. Yes! Okay, then we are going to do it this way. Yay! Erika can improvise. Just a bit. Stressed out, but thank you so much for your patience. So anyway, I am trying to find my way back. So I'm exiting a size 15, and I pick up a size 15, a 𝐂𝐂𝐊 a True 2 Delica, and 2 more size 15s. And again, I bead through the next 𝐂𝐂𝐊 towards me and towards the previous exit point. I pull my thread. I bead back through the last round 15, and I repeat the same one more time. So I pick up a size 15, a 𝐂𝐂𝐊, a True 2, another Delica, and 2 more size 15s. I bead through the 𝐂𝐂𝐊, that is the next and the last without a decoration. And then I bead back. Ladies, this was hard. I bead back through the last round 15. I pick up, since now all the 𝐂𝐂𝐊s have some beads attached, and I know that the size 15s next to the delicas will be part of this last group too, then all I need is size 15 delica True 2, delica size 15. Then I bead towards the delica through the very first size 15 that I picked up. I bead through the delica bead, and then I bead through size 15 and the first group of beads until I can't hold my hand higher. I'm sorry, Connie, but I need to rest it on the bead mat. Otherwise, I can't keep it stable. Then I'm moving away from the camera all the time. I can a bit zoom in. Is it better now? But if I don't hold my hand on the bead mat, then all the time I will be moving. So that's one of the tricks that I learned over the years. Okay. So now I finish this step by beading through size 15, delica, True 2, and another delica. Let me know, please, if you can see now well what's happening. Okay. I also put it back the usual way, left side. Okay, for Connie it's also better, for Tammy, everyone. Okay. Then let's get to step 3. And I need to do it in this other way, how I'm showing you the images. So now we are going to pop in the Chaton Rose in the middle. And then I'm going to connect the groups of Delica True to Delica with a size 15 seed bead in the second color, which in my case is the yellow one. Oh, thank you, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you, ladies. My heart rate is like very, very high. But thank you so much for bearing with me while I figured it out. You see the same in the screen, on the screen, but in fact, I'm doing it in a different way that I improvised. Yay. So I am connecting the groups of Delica through to Delica with size 15 seed beads. Pulling them close to each other and closing the bezel on the top. I will repeat the full thread path because we want it to be sturdy and secure and safe, of course. And then we will finish by exiting a group of Delica through to Delica. I really like, by the way, I don't know what you think, Ariana, about the yellow one next to the pink, because you have the pink neon Chaton Rose, and of course some other ladies have the pink neon Chaton Rose too. So I'm curious if you like it next to the yellow. So I finished this step by exiting a group of Delica through to Delica. Let's see what's happening in step 4. I like this step a lot. I always tell you that I have some favorite steps. And in this case, I like this a lot because I'm adding picots of 3 round 15s on the corners, making the yellow pop even more. And Ariana says that it's actually very bright Beadingschool colors. So I'm repeating the thread path now with a little modification. Instead of adding 1 yellow size 15, I'm adding 3 yellow size 15s in the same gap. And those 3 yellow size 15s will be on the outside edge of the bezel, turning this into a little flower indeed. And I finish this step by beading through the very first little picot that I've added. And ladies, this is a demonstration of how we could get through the challenges, and actually your kindness made me feel very, very good even after this like really big heart palpitation because of the graphics. Thank you so much. That's one source of how we can get confidence and get brave to overcome challenges, to do it together. We don't have to do anything on our own. We can always ask our friends to hug us, to encourage us. So I'm grateful for that. Now I pick up a size 15 in the first color. In my case, it's the copper, 3mm pearl, a size 15 in the second color, which in my case is yellow, a Gekko bead, and then again, size 15, 3mm pearl, another size 15, And then from the next picot, I bead through the first one, I skip the middle one, and I bead through the third one again. So this is how it looks like at the moment. And I need to repeat this 3 more times. So size 15, 3mm pearl, size 15 in another color, Gekko, size 15, pearl, size 15. I bead through the first and the third size 15 of the next picot. And Angelina says that this would so far, like this, make a very cute little earring, and I could not agree more. We can easily complete our motifs by bracelets, expanding something, adding something to a big earring, a bigger pendant. It's so well worth it to experiment, to play, to try, to share our experiences, to ask for each other's opinion in the club. Use the opportunity, ladies. And I'm adding the last group, size 15, pearl, size 15, Gekko, size 15, pearl, size 15. And I finish this step again by beading through the first and the third, not the middle, bead from a picot. And then I start retracing the thread path and I continue until I exit the second pearl. So all the way up through the Gekko, size 15, and the 3mm round pearl. So this is how it looks like after step 5. And let's see what's happening in step 6. I can't find step 6. It's 3, 2, 5, 4, 1, 10, 11, 9. Shoot. What's happening here between my files? One moment. I need to export my files one more time. Thank you for your patience, ladies. Like today, it's unbelievable. How can something like a file, like a JPEG, go missing? I just don't absolutely understand it. Yes. No! What is this? This is horrible. What's happening here? What is happening? This is something completely different. And there is no number 6. I I exported the screens, and let me try 7. Okay, I see. I see. I need to find the file because otherwise I also don't know what to do. Anyway, everything went crazy today. Anyway, I'm going to add now. I found it. I actually know why this is happening, because the artboards are not numbered in a way how they should be. I want to show you. I want to show you for fun what's happening so you understand. So in the original, where we work with the graphic design program, then you can see there is 0 in place of 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then something completely different. Anyway, I know what's happening. I need to find 7. And now we can continue adding the bicons. So I'm exiting a pearl. I pick up a bicon, and then I'm skipping all the seed beads in between, and I bead directly to the pearl, the 3mm pearl, size 15. Gekko, size 15, pearl. And then again, I pick up a bicon, and then I bead into pearl, size 15, Gekko, size 15, pearl. Again, I pick up a bicon, and I bead through pearl, size 15, Gekko, size 15, pearl, and I pick up the last bicon, and no tutorial on the screen again. Lovely ladies, I don't know what else to do. We need to do this from how I talk you through it. I apologize, but due to time limits also, we need to keep going. So I hope that you will be able to follow this from what you see from my bead mat. What's very important that the bicons, they need to be behind the picots before you would pull them pull them totally tight. And you want to finish this step by exiting a 4mm bicon bead. In the next step, we are adding 3mm bicon beads. So we pick up, exiting the 4mm bicon, we pick up size 15, 3mm bicon, size 15. And then we enter the Gekko. The Gekko has only one hole, so you don't need to keep track of holes. And I'm using the same color for the size 15s, but you can use 2 colors as Zuzi did. And it's always connecting the geckos to the 4mm bicons. with groups of size 15 by con size 15. And Lita, I see you. I can see you. Lovely ladies. Are you connecting the bicons to the geckos with groups of size 15, 3mm bicon and size 15? Please let me know. If you can follow along. And then when you are adding the very last groups of size 15 by con size 15, I'm doing it now. Then I bead through the bicon, the big bicon. I bead through the first group of size 15, 3mm bicon size 15 that I've added, Gekko, and then size 15 and bicon. So this is it. Okay, Jenny says she's keeping up. Gemma also. Wonderful. In step 8, we are adding some more 3mm fire polished beads and geckos. So I start here over the 4mm bicon. I add size 15, 3mm fire polished bead, Delica, 3mm fire polished bead, and size 15. And then I bead through the next 3mm bicon bead. And I add a group of size 15, 2 geckos, and another size 15. I bead only through the bicon bead, and then comes my first type of addition. So we are alternating between two types of groups. So here over the 4mm bicon, I add size 15, 3mm fire polished bead, Delica, 3mm fire polished bead, size 15. And then I bead through the bicon. And behind the gecko, I add size 15, 2 geckos, 1 gecko is not enough, and one more size 15. And then I bead through the bicon bead again, the small one. And so on 2 more times. Ariane put the tutorial on her phone next to her so she can keep up. And after I've added the last group of beads. I bead through the first group of size 15 fire polished Delica fire polished size 15, and through the bicon bead facing the Gekko group, but not through the size 15 after the bicon. And Gemma says the geckos look like petals. For me, they look like fish scales in this motif. And we are making now the whole motif sturdier by turning it to the back and adding 4 more pieces of fire polished beads and just pulling some more beads closer together. So here, where I am exiting the bicon facing the Gekko group, I pick up after the bicon a group of size 15 3mm fire polished bead size 15, and then I bead directly through the bicon on the other side, and I repeat the thread path until exiting the next bicon face before the geckos, but skipping the Delica between the fire polished beads. So this way I pull the fire polished beads close together and making the whole motif sturdy at the same time. So here again, next to the bicon, I pick up size 15, 3mm fire polished bead, size 15. I bead into the bicon, and then again I repeat the thread path while skipping the Delica. And lovely ladies, this is actually the last step of the tutorial. And I would love to show only my hand camera, Kristen, but then I don't see the tutorial and I need to know what's happening. Now, since this is the last step, then I can actually remove it. But before, I apologize, but at the moment, I do not have 2 screens, only my notebook. And that's why I need to keep the illustration on the screen. Otherwise, I don't know what's happening. So now I'm just adding groups of size 15, 3mm fire polished bead and size 15, and then pulling the fire polished beads together. But like, thanks for sharing all the ideas how to make it like better during this challenging situation. I really, really appreciate it, Kristen and everyone. It's just, unfortunately, not everything is possible for me. And we also need to accept that from time to time. It's not nice. I don't say that we should enjoy it. I do not enjoy it, that you do not see the illustrations and that I have all these technical troubles. But I want to accept that this is such a day. I don't know what's happening. I need to investigate. But at the moment, this is the best that I can do. So I have added now all the fire polished beads on the back, and this made my motif super sturdy. And I also really, really like the colors on the back. I still need to pop. I told you to push the bicons to the back, but actually I forgot to push the bicon to the back of one of the picots. This was an adrenaline rush for sure. Okay, I think I will need to do this off screen, otherwise I will end up ruining this motif, and I really don't want that. And Ariana says indeed that we still bead together, and that's the important part, right? And I agree. And this is not perfect, but we did our best. And thank you so much for keeping up the spirits with me. I really, really appreciate that, ladies. Please let me know if you have any questions now. And I would like to tell you that in the bead shop section, you find a big bunch of goodies that we were working on in the Beading School treasury. So there are many cabochons waiting for you at beadingschool.com in the same shapes as, now all my screen went black. I can't see what's happening in my program. Okay. The biggest technical disasters we have ever had. I can't paste the link. My computer is absolutely misbehaving. Lovely ladies, I think I need to go to that dinner now. And I hope that I can at least stop the broadcast, and I will not continue broadcasting when I close my computer. I don't have a clue what's happening here. Life is life. Life is beautiful, and life has its challenges too. So thank you. Thank you, Susie, for the link. You saved my ass. And thank you, ladies, for the lovely time. This was really a demonstration of how we can go strong together. And I can't wait to see all your beautiful creations in the club and beyond. I would like to wish you a wonderful weekend. We hope to make more Expand the Sparkle Gemma. Please add yourself to the wish list. No promises, but we are trying to make more happen. They were gone way beyond the end of the broadcast on Tuesday. We know that you would love to have them. So we are working hard and seeing what is possible. Thank you, ladies, and wishing you happy beading.